But first, with a look at the rest of today's news, we say good evening to Rose Neill.
An 18-month-old girl has died after a fire at her home in Donegae. She was one of 4 children. In a statement tonight, her family said they were devastated by the tragic death of their precious daughter, and they thanked everyone for their prayers and messages of support. Mark McFadden reports.
The little girl who died has been named locally as Sarah Mullen. Her family live at a farm on the Killyblight Road, a few miles north of Donegae. Around 11 o'clock last night, the fire broke out in a bedroom. Firefighters were there within minutes, but the child's parents and her brother and her 2 sisters had already managed to get out of the smoke-filled house. Little Sarah, though, had suffered extensive injuries. Ambulance crew members tried to resuscitate her, but she died at Donegae Hospital. This must have been a very distressing scene.
This was an extremely distressing scene, as you can understand. It involved children, it involved a family, it involved a child who was severely injured. So not only for the family and for the relatives it's distressing, but it's also distressing for those who respond to offer assistance. And it's very emotional and very tough and very tragic.
I know the family very well as a friend and as a neighbour, and I found it very difficult because the family's devastated, as you would realise, with this happening. And as you know, when somebody loses someone so young in the family, it's very hard to deal with, and it'll certainly stay with them a long time.
The Mullen family is well known among the local farming community, and the death of this little girl has saddened the entire area.
People just find it difficult to understand, why it would hit a good family like this, who are hard working, getting on with their business, nice family. As I say, it's just very, very distressing, and must be devastating.
It's understood the fire started accidentally in a bedroom of the house. Investigators have yet to establish exactly what caused it, but it's understood they're examining the possibility it may have been caused by an electrical fault. One line of inquiry is it may have started because of an electric blanket overheating. Mark McFadden, UTV Live Tonight, near Donegae.
The police have launched a murder inquiry after a Polish man was found dead in a house in Newtonards. The victim, who was 26, was found in a house in Balfour Street late last night. Detectives have ruled out any racist motive for the attack. A man aged 35 and also believed to be Polish has been arrested for questioning. 3 more cases of swine flu have been confirmed here. The 2 men and a woman have all developed mild symptoms of the virus and are said to be recovering at home. The cases are not linked. The number of confirmed cases of swine flu here now stands at 12. 4 out of 5 corner shops here could be driven out of business if a ban on tobacco displays is introduced. A new study by the Tobacco Retailers Alliance, which represents 26,000 independent shopkeepers across the UK, also found that 97% of retailers in Northern Ireland feel that the government hasn't listened to their concerns about the ban. Well, that's the news. Now back to Paul.
Thank you, Rose. Just like old times. Now, coming up later in the programme, we'll have a roundup of the business news and a first look at the stories making the front pages of tomorrow's papers. But before that,